Welcome to the Straight Up Pod. I'm Sujeiry.
I'm Jessi.
And we're here to talk about love,
sex,
motherhood,
empowerment
from a growth mindset. I almost forgot that was part of it. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone.
This is episode 10.
Back. Yes.
And it is Violin, the last episode of season 2.
Yes, it is.
We
guys.
busy. We booked and busy.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Week was not bad.
Yeah?
Not bad.
Do anything fun?
This weekend has been crazy. Yeah, the weekend was crazy. Friday I went out to dinner.
Crazy good or crazy bad?
Good. No,
okay,
crazy
okay.
good. Yeah, I didn't have a minute to myself.
Okay. That could be good for some people and bad for others, depending on how you like to live your life.
Friday I went out to dinner with my truly.
Okay,
so
nice.
We were out for a couple of hours. Yesterday I spent the day in the city. We went to go see a show. I went with my daughter.
What'd you go see?
The Wedding March at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater.
Oh, so not Broadway. Is that Broadway or off Broadway?
Off Broadway.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, off Broadway. So we went to see that. We went with my aunt, my cousins, my niece. Then we went out to dinner.
That monsoon.
In the monsoon.
It was raining like crazy in New York yesterday.
Yeah. But we had a good time.
That's good.
We had a good time.
It's always nice to go to the city.
Yeah. I enjoy going to the city, especially to go see shows and stuff. Like I really do. I really do.
It's
so
a trek
it was a good
for
time.
us because we're all the way in Suffolk County.
Yeah.
But it's a trek that's worth it. You know, it's just like the ride back on that Long Island Railroad, like an hour, and I'm like, oh,
girl,
my God.
Let me tell you, I left my house at 11:30
in the morning
to catch
to catch the train.
The 12:20. Got to the city about 1, a little after 1.
Yeah, it's like almost an hour.
You know, then we walked in the rain to the theater, and when I tell you I got home last night exhausted.
Was it the walking
exhausted.
or was it
the walking? I guess the rain. The traveling, because you're on the train, but still, like it can get to you.
I mean, it's just, yeah. I'm really, really grateful for my soul sister Vicky, who on my birthday drove me all the way from the city home to freaking Suffolk County, Islip, and she lives in. Ozone Park. No, Ozone Park. She lives by Jamaica.
Ozone Park. Okay.
So it literally was like.
And she went back home that night.
Oh,
and Vicky.
I know. She was just like, I don't want, because I told her, I was like, are you going back home? And she said, yeah. I was like, oh, so just you live by Jamaica. Instead of me taking the Penn Station, and I didn't buy a ticket back. I was like, I don't know. I have a feeling someone's gonna pay for my Uber. I'm gonna get it right. But I literally was like, just drop me off in Jamaica, and I'll take a train from Jamaica. It'll like cut my trip in half.
Exactly.
She was like, I don't know if I want to leave you in Jamaica on the train station. I was like, there's tons of people on the Long Island Railroad platform in Jamaica. I'll be fine. She was like, but you have a cute dress on, and like, I don't know if I feel good enough. I don't feel like you're gonna be safe. I'm like, you're acting like I'm not from the city, but I appreciate you, Vicky. Because damn, yo, that would. Nice. I mean, I would have done it, but I was thinking about it like. I wasn't keeping, you have fun. You're not keeping track of the time. I wasn't keeping track of the time. That's the thing when you live on Long Island. Like, you have to catch a train or you're stranded in the city, people.
Yeah. Yep.
Te jodiste if you miss that last train. I'm going to be like, who am I sleeping with? What guy do I got to text? Be like, remember me?
That was nice of her. Oh, Vicky.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was so nice of you.
Very nice. Well, today, I did this weekend. I was busy. I mean, I've been busy. Because I have been like having lots of spontaneous invitations places. Shout out to Deirdre, new friends. She's her birthday is 2 days before mine, and she's always hitting me up like, "What you doing? I know you're not with my nephew." She calls Evan her nephew now, and I was like, "I actually don't have any plans. I'm just like at home. I'm working. Well, come out." And then I also had lunch with my best friend's calling me. I also had lunch with a new woman that I met, entrepreneur. She's Dominican, like has only been on Long Island for 2 years. Her name is Judy. So she was, we wanted to get together, so we had like lunch on Thursday. So Thursday, I was living that kept woman life, that leisurely life I want. Like, I worked a little bit, and then I left my house like at 11:30. I put myself out to lunch. I was like, my friend and I are gonna have a lunch, so I'll be on Slack, but I'm taking a lunch out for my job. And her and I went to Lindenhurst. We hung out for like an hour. Like, it was great. Like, I got to know her more. So it's just been one of those days where it's like one of those weeks where I'm like, I'm not really planning to be this busy, but like when I said we outside, I meant we outside.
Yeah. It's been a little chaotic, but good.
It's been I love it's one of the things that I miss about being in the city is like the spontaneity. I felt like my life in the city was a lot more spontaneous because I had a lot more people to hang out with, right? And so I would always be hit up by like a cousin or a friend because I obviously, like, all my family's in the city. My friends from years and years are in the city. And I feel like on Long Island, because I have a very few group of girlfriends, and they're all busy. They all have jobs. A lot of my friends here have kids and husbands, and then I'm limited because I could only do things certain days. So it's rare when it's spontaneous. It's usually like, even when you and I hang out, like, we have to plan it weeks in advance. My friend Maria, I gotta be like, what are your kids' sports schedules? She's like, I live in soccer. Let's look at the soccer practice calendar. And I'm just like, boy, first of all, my son does not do any sports. Hallelujah. But it's just like one of those things where I feel like, as you get older, spontaneous moments like that don't happen as much as I wish.
You're right. Yeah, no, you're right.
Grown and sexy, booked and busy.
And here we are recording today.
Yes.
And then I have to shoot out to the movies.
Oh, you're going to the movies?
Yeah.
Nice, fun.
Yeah. So
I'm just going to run some errands and probably go on another walk because it stopped raining finally.
I know.
And I feel like this week I hardly walked or moved.
I knocked out last night. Like, I got home, I showered, I got comfortable. I was so tired.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the rain also does that.
I was so it had to be before 11 o'clock. I was out.
Oh no, I stayed up because when I don't have Evan, I'm like, I had some wine. I'm like, I date myself when I don't have Evan. I'm like, the house is quiet. He's not here. He's not like, mommy, come to the bed and cuddle with me. Like, I'm like, I could watch some TV. I watched candles. I didn't do any candles last night, but sometimes I do. But I was like, my ex bought me a bottle of wine for my birthday. I'm gonna drink my organic bottle of wine. I had already had a glass with Deirdre when we went to Rockville Center to a restaurant. I was like, I'm gonna watch some Real Housewives. And then I got, but I did go into my room early. Like, by 9:30, I was like, but I'm gonna get in my bed. I'm gonna finish watching some TV. I'm gonna do I'm gonna get cozy. But I still fell asleep super late because I don't know. I always, when I'm not with Evan, I always take advantage and kind of just like, exhale without a kid having a leg on my head in the middle of a night, literally in the middle of a night. He's like, he puts his not big because he's still 9, but he's heavier now. He puts his leg I swear to God, I have to rush to the bathroom sometimes because he'll put his leg right on my bladder in the middle of the night. And I'm like, oh my God, now I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh my God.
Yes. My papachita mama. Gonna be 10 years old, girl. God. I know.
Such a cutie patootie. He is really a cutie patootie.
Thank you. I say he's gonna be a heartbreaker. He is cute. I don't want to say he's gonna be a heartbreaker, but I'm like, he's always telling me. He told me, mommy, a girl chased me outside, like in recess. I said, what do you mean? She was like, we were playing tag and there was a girl, I don't want to say her name. She chased me. She was chasing me and we were playing tag. And I said, oh, okay, baby. Do you have a crush on her? He was like, a little bit. But I still have a crush on the main one that I kept messing with her name. A little bit. Do you think she's cuddly? A little bit. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, baby, usually when girls chase boys, and that means they usually have a crush on them when they're little. He was like, I know. You don't have to tell me that. I'm like, excuse me, stud. Talk about I don't gotta tell him when a girl has a crush on him. He already know.
Oh
okay.
God.
You're a little confident one, which I like. Well,
so,
today,
yes, guys,
last episode, and we did ask you all to vote, but we did it last minute, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna talk about the season and talk about what our top 3 episodes, which I have here, kind of like what we enjoyed about them, why we think they're the top 3, and just like whatever comes out of our mouths. That's what we're doing today.
We're just going with it.
So the top 3 episodes, and I did this on YouTube and just like by views. So the top viewed one was the Shakira dating older versus younger men.
Okay.
The second one, I'm not surprised, was like a virgin about the first time. And then the third one was what you tell your friends about your relationships, like privacy in relationships. I think the top one with the Shakira was the top because, especially on YouTube, probably because it had her name and it was a trending topic.
Yes. Yeah, I think so too.
But I find it interesting that all episodes were about relationships and they were the top 3.
Look at that.
People always want to know about you nosy. You guys are all so nosy.
I love that.
I mean, the dating older men versus younger men was the topic with Shakira, and even though it was trending, it was the top. But I think that, again, that's something that people are interested in. And of course, I'm not surprised the virginity one was.
I'm not surprised about that one either. No,
because
really not.
Everybody wants to talk about sex, even though they act like they're like, Joe,
exactly. We know.
I would never.
We know, guys. Deep
Clutch
down
pearls.
inside, we know. Okay, no se hagan.
No, clutching the pearls and then gossiping to their friends. How he do it? Did he do it like this? Did he turn you like that? Did he pull your hair?
Did he choke you a little bit?
Never. Joe, clutch pearls. How dare you?
Oh my God. I like that a little bit.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
I don't. I don't want to.
Just a little bit.
I don't like to feel like I'm being even a little bit abused. Not even a little bit.
Just a little
Ni
bit.
que me hablen mal.
No, oh my God.
Yo no quiero que no me digan solamente palabras de amor. Give me loving words.
What about the pulling hair?
Depende de my mood. Depends on my mood, but you can't be pulling it like you think.
Just a tug. Just a tug,
it
right?
ain't a weave.
Is that what
okay?
you want? That's what just like a little tug?
I think it just depends on my mood. I'm a lover. I'm a very romantic person. I'm very romantic.
But I like that little,
But I think it depends on the person. Like I always say, I always preface it with, it is who I feel safe with doing that, and who I feel the most.
Well, that's important.
Comfortable.
That's important
because that's another level of intimacy, right? Yeah. Especially you got triggers and shit. Like depending how you grew up, like that could be triggering for people,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
And so I think just in general, I'm just looking at my fish. Like, are you sleeping, boo boo? Why are you at the bottom? Sorry, I got distracted.
Like things like that it's not for everybody. We know. No. So, but yeah, I like a little roughness.
Listen, I've had it, and it's been good with some people and not good with others. So yeah, again, it depends on the person. Pero nothing extreme, okay? I don't want no BDSM. No me traigan whip, okay? Maybe I'll do it to you, but ain't nobody doing it to me.
No whips either?
To me? Nah, you ain't doing that to me.
A paddle?
I'm gonna start fighting.
A paddle to the ass?
Girl, I'm
Tampoco.
gonna act like I'm gonna have flashback to my mom chasing me with a freaking chancleta. Nah, she never did that. She did hit me with a belt once. I was pretty good. My mom wasn't like that type of mom that hit us all the time.
I'm like giving away all my secrets here.
All the secrets. Listen, it doesn't mean I wouldn't do it. Again, it's about feeling safe. It has to be the right partner.
Course.
And you've also been married for a long time.
Yeah, is like, that's top tier. So of course, being safe and where you can
safe word.
You can be that vulnerable with that person.
Yes.
That is top tier. That is top.
Yeah, and you've been married for a really long time. So I'm not saying I wouldn't get there, but I'm saying that I haven't had that feeling of safety in a relationship, even like, with my son's father, where I felt like, I can be this vulnerable and let go this much. But I think that just speaks to the it wasn't the years we were together. You don't have to be together with someone for many, many years to feel that safety. It speaks to the nature of our relationship and who I am and who he is and like our compatibility in that way.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
So a little pan, a little spank. Okay, and then what you tell your friends. I think that was kind of like a mixed bag episode, but we talked a lot about like privacy in relationships and what you share and don't share.
That was the one where we also spoke about how much you're willing to share with your kids and stuff. Right?
No, the kids one was a separate one. The kids one was last week.
I don't know where my brain is.
So the one about sharing with your kids was episode 9. So that was the episode before this one. That one was, I think, the episode before. No, it was the episode before, like the version one, the first time. And we just talked about, you know, like how much you share with your friends, you know, privacy in relationships. Because remember, we were talking about how your husband's really private.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And how I used to tell everyone everything. And now I keep everything close to the chest. Like I say, when there's something to talk about, I'll let you know. But if it's in process, nobody's knowing anything about my love life if it's in process, unless you're there and I met someone and like because you were there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised these were the top 3.
Good topics though.
Yes, I mean relationships tend to sell. Sex sells, people.
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
Sex sells.
That's an idea for next season.
I mean, we have talked about getting a sexologist and all that stuff. It didn't happen this season. It doesn't mean it won't happen next season.
It will, guys.
Can you believe we're like gonna be on season 3 almost? I know. What an idea! We started with an idea, and now we're here.
It got executed.
We do have to talk about when we're gonna, because we can't leave people waiting for more.
No.
But we're really busy. This summer is kind of crazy.
Break,
hopefully,
but, yeah.
We say hopefully.
Yeah. We are busy, and before you know it, our 1-year anniversary will be coming up.
I know that's in October.
We gotta start planning.
We have to start planning an event for that.
And we definitely will keep you guys posted on what we plan on doing.
Yes, and we both
when
have
we're coming back.
Individual things that we're doing as well separately.
So stay tuned.
For that always.
Yes.
Well, what else are you excited about for this season? And just for what's coming up in your life that you want to share? Not that you don't have to share everything.
Whatever comes.
Whatever comes? Okay.
Yeah, whatever comes.
Jessi don't want to share anything.
Whatever comes.
Well, I'm excited that I got my new pictures for my website. And I cannot wait to select them because they all look fire. They're so pretty. And I'm excited to launch the new website. I'm really proud of myself for not putting like pressure on myself to launch it.
Do you have an estimated launch date?
Well, my launch date was supposed to be like mid-April and it didn't happen. I mean, I decided to do the photos on my birthday on the 16th in April. And I thought, I didn't think about, it takes time to retouch.
Right, yeah.
So then I was like, okay, by the time I get the photos, I could launch the website, my mindset and manifestation content website in like, a week. And I did get the pictures like a week later. But now the more I think about the brand and the more I create content for TikTok and Instagram, if you want to follow me, it's Love Sujeiry. The more I start kind of thinking about like what I want this to be, like what the intention behind it is, how I want to help people in terms of mindset. And the more I learn and I expand, the more I'm like, oh shit, I want to offer this. I want to write about this. So I do have an ebook that I finished. That's going to be a free ebook about, kind of like how we give away our power when we want something, like how we don't realize like we can actually have everything and the different ways that we do that and you're just not aware of it. But then I was like, but like I also want to do this. Like I have a TikTok idea about this and I'm like, ooh, but if I do that, then I could do that. So
isn't that crazy how because I'm the same way. Like I'll be home and I'm working on this, but then I think like I want to do this and then I want to dab into here and then like my brain is just
going
bitch, get it together.
No, for me it's
like
not.
It's like
for me it's not. It
so many tabs open in my brain.
So for me it doesn't feel scattered because it's all coming from this like brand idea, like mindset work, right? Manifestation, conscious awareness, helping people realize like they can have what they wanted. It's all about where you place your awareness and your perception of what's happening in your life. So it comes from that brand and that like evolution of me. But what keeps veering off, it's not that I'm veering off from that topic or that brand or that, idea. It's like I keep getting more ideas of like what I can create to sell or to offer as a service. So it's all aligned to the core, But then it just gives me more things to do and prepare before I launch. Because initially I was like, I'll have the free ebook and that'll be what I offer, right? To build my mailing list, to build people, to, you know, be interested. They can read the book. They could want to work with me. But then I was like, well, how do I want to work with people?
Right.
Because for me, I want to help people, but I also think it's important that I help people in a way that's really true to who I am. And that's aligned with how I want to work and the lifestyle I want to have. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be a coach, right? At least not in the traditional sense, because for me, being a coach doesn't really align with like the lifestyle I want to have and then the person that I am in terms of how I help people through storytelling more than anything, right? So everything has kind of just come from that core business idea and desire to help people. And so the more I think about it, I'm like, oh shit, but then I could also offer this service. So then I have to do like another sales page.
Yeah.
I have to set up another kind of like thing on my website where it's a service if people want to pay for it. If it's a free thing, I have to like do the PDF. So it's all very aligned, but it just keeps sprouting. It's almost like you have a seed.
It's just the different ideas, right?
It's a seed and it keeps sprouting.
It keeps growing.
But it's from the same roots, which is beautiful. In the past, the roots, I had a million ideas because the roots, but they were like from different trees. And I'm like, wait a minute, am I doing this? Am I doing that? Am I doing this? And then this time it feels like very rooted and like same tree, same trunk, same foundation. And then all the branches are sprouting, which feels beautiful. And I love that I'm not in a rush, because in the past I would have felt like I have to do it now and I have this idea and I have this execute. I'm really just flowing with like, it feels right now. And if I have this other idea and I want to add that, I can hold it and launch, or I can like build it and like be fully, I feel like, have everything that I want to offer. Yeah. And I'm going to keep having ideas of what I want to offer.
No,
you know?
it's going to keep coming. That's the thing, especially when you're a creative like that.
Yeah.
You know, so you're going to continue getting different ideas, and you know, it's just going to keep, things are just going to keep popping.
Yeah. And it's about like being discerning, like, does this work with like who I am? Does this work with what I want to do, how I want to live my life, things like that. But I am excited, and I'm not like putting pressure on myself. I feel really grounded in like, this is one of my purposes, right? I don't feel like I just have one purpose in life. Yeah. But I feel really grounded in like, this is one of my purposes in life. And like, so I know it's just going to work out. Yeah. And I'm not going to micromanage how it's going to work out.
Just go with the flow.
I'm just going with like what feels good.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what's important.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So I'm excited for what's coming up. A couple of things. Yeah. I mean, I'll bring up my pod. So I am working on putting my own podcast together. So that is something that I've been working on behind the scenes. I don't have a launch date. But you guys will get all the information.
Yeah, just follow the Straight Up Pod, and we'll be promoting like our individual stuff. It doesn't mean we're not gonna do the podcast. Doesn't mean like she has a podcast. I have my own thing. We're not gonna do the podcast. We're still gonna come back to the podcast and do season 3 and keep doing it. And we just have like different interests and individual things that we want to do. And that's okay, people. Especially I feel like people think like when you work with friends, if it's like, oh my God, someone's doing something, that means like they're not friends anymore. Right, or something happened. People build that drama up real quick, but it's like, yes, it's not like I'm really excited for her.
It's not like that.
She's wanted, and she told me she's wanted to do her own podcast. I'm excited for a while.
all my friends that are working on their own thing. Like, I'm a girl's girl. I will fucking support you. You need help, I will help you. You have an idea, I'm your cheerleader. Like, go for it. So I do have another girlfriend. I'm not gonna mention her name because I don't know if she wants her. Yeah. But she is also working on something for herself. And excuse me, wanting to become a coach. And she's in corporate, and her thing is trying to get out of corporate and build your own brand. So that's what she's working. And I'm hella happy for you. I'm so excited for you, girl. And I can't wait until she launches. Yeah, I think it's so important to just like support each other, but also like follow your bliss. Yeah. That's been for me
even like starting this podcast, it was just, I didn't think I'm going to start this podcast with Jessi, and it's about making money. And yeah, if we make money, we make money, but it really is about doing something that we enjoy.
Right, yeah.
Because even my mom was like, oh, how's the podcast going? She was asking me, she don't speak English. She don't know what the hell I'm talking about. She can't keep up. She can't keep up. Okay. She could only keep up with like the few Spanish things I say in the podcast, but she does ask me, how's it going? Cause she knew we were recording. I'm like, no, it's going well, and she kind of mentioned money. I was like, not because she thinks that's like the only thing that matters. And I was like, no, like we're enjoying ourselves. I said, me, mommy, I'm a creative person. And I like, if I feel like doing something and it brings me joy, I'm going to do it. And if it stops bringing me joy, then I'll stop doing it. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Right. So I always encourage people to follow their bliss. People always ask me, do you have hobbies? I'm like, my hobby is creating. And sometimes I monetize it and sometimes I don't, right? Yeah, my hobby is just like storytelling, creating, expressing, producing. It's who I am. I'm a manifesting generator. Do you know what that is?
No, never heard of it.
So you need to look up your human design. I know. It's this thing.
You gotta tell me.
I know. It's not astrology. It's something called human design. I don't know if I would be able to do it on here on the phone, but a human design is kind of like a form of, like a way to tell you like who, recognize your innate gifts and traits, so that you can become yourself. So it's basically a personality thing almost. You know how there's those personality things where it's like, I'm like ABD. No, not a quiz. You put in like your birthday, you put in certain things, and just like they say, you're an Aries. Like I'm an Aries with a Capricorn rising, and I have a Leo moon, and I have like 1 million planets in Leo. That's supposed to share, that says a lot about my personality, especially like the creative and expression, right? But then like there's something called human design, and there's different profiles depending on your birthday and certain things. So I am a manifesting generator. So if anybody is a manifesting generator out there, you understand my need for literally producing and expressing and constantly generating content, because that's literally what a manifesting generator does. They just start shit all the time. That's me. I'm a self-starter. Plus I'm an Aries. So it's like I can't get away from starting shit. I can't get away from constantly producing. So follow your bliss, guys. I know. Check it out. It's free. If you go to myhumandesign.com, I think all you just have to do is, you put in your name, email, your birthday, date of birth, and your location, and it'll tell you your chart.
Interesting.
And when I check it out, when I said manifesting generator, I was like, I read it. I was like, damn, it's like she knows me. Plus, there's other things like I've never done the other things. People are really into that, like the enneagrams. You know what that is? No. Like it's like what are your? And this is something that a lot of people do at work. Like what are your letters? Oh, I was like, I'm an NNG or an MET.
What the hell is that?
Girl, you don't know about that stuff. So these are all personality quizzes and like very well researched, scientifically backed like ways you take quizzes, and it tells you like your personality type, like the way that you work, the way and
interesting.
I have done them, and they like read me for filth in so many ways. But I also don't like to do those things a lot because I don't want to label myself. And I think some of those things do put you in a box. Like if I say I'm a manifesting generator, then I don't want to take that in. Like I'm a producer, I create, I'm expressive, I always start. I'm also not going to interpret that as I can't finish. Right. Because I don't like labels. I don't like being put in a box. I don't like that just because I'm an Aries. I love being an Aries, but I'm not going to, people expect me to be a certain way because I'm an Aries. No, like don't just generalize who I am as a person because I'm an Aries or I'm Dominican or, I'm from New York City. Yes, some of that impacts my personality. But I think that it's really easy to box people in based on those things,
absolutely.
Right?
No, you're right. I'm definitely going to check that out.
Check out your human design. I'm curious what you are in human design.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them. I forgot.
What else, girl? This may be a short episode, guys.
Yeah,
I don't have a full topic to talk about, and it is our last episode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited for summer. This weekend, I'm going to, after this episode airs, I'm going to be in Pennsylvania. I'm going to go to my romance book signing with like 6 other Latina authors.
Awesome.
So I'm really excited about that. And then I am going to Maine at the end of the month as well.
Know. I'm bummed I couldn't make it.
For a romance book, my first huge romance conference where I'm going to be an attending author. I'm traveling a lot. I'm going to Europe to see Bad Bunny. Like, my life is booked and busy. I'm really excited for spring. And then I'm going to be in Pennsylvania. I'm going to be like away 3 weekends in May because also I'm going to go to my mom's birthday for Memorial Day weekend. So this, gas prices are killing my wallet because I am all over the place. Okay. I am all over the place. I've been all over the place since the beginning of April. Like, it's busy. I have not.
Listen, it's a busy season, but
I always say my busy season always starts in Aries season because when the springtime comes and the birds are like, I'm like, we outside, birds. Where we going?
Busy season. So,
but do you have a truth bomb?
I don't.
I'm trying to think if I have one,
guys. I don't have a truth bomb. I don't have a journal prompt. I
have one because I always have one.
Just enjoy.
So my truth bomb would be what I said, like just follow your bliss. Think about the things that you want to pursue. And maybe it's not to monetize, but maybe it's just like to have something that you enjoy.
Yeah, whatever makes
because
you
I
happy.
do think that we get caught up in like the routine and the doldrums. I'm someone that gets bored easily. I'm going to admit it. I'm someone that likes to feel like life is more exciting. Like, I can have a routine, I can do those things, but if it's the same thing every day for years, like, I feel like I'm gonna burst. So that's why I have the outlets that I have, because I need to feel like excited by life in different ways. So if you feel bored and you feel like your life is stagnant, think about, what do I like to do? If you don't know what that is, some people don't know what they like to do.
Just explore like different things. Yeah.
Like, they have pickleball here. Like, do pickleball, join like there's so many things. Like, you like to read, go to a silent book club. You know what I recommend for anyone who does not know kind of where to start? Go on TikTok and look up local stuff. I have found so many local things on TikTok because I love TikTok. And based on what I search, a lot of local community things are popping up, like walking clubs and spiritual collectives. And I'm like on all their mailing lists. There's another girl that does like art classes. She's in Long Island. I joined her mailing list. Maybe I want to do a damn art class and paint one day. Just like that. I think but
it's fun. It's fun to just get out of your comfort zone.
Get out of your house.
Get out, explore different things, different creative things, and see. You never know what you're gonna fall into that you may really, really like.
And or you can just enjoy it in the moment and feel like I did something different.
And that's it.
You don't have to commit to anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then my journal prompt to follow up with that would be, I want you, spring is springing, okay? Be outside. And I want you to write down one thing that you're going to do differently for yourself. Like, what's one thing you're going to explore that you've always wanted to? Or if you don't know, what's one thing you're going to try this spring, okay? And when we come back, I might have to remind myself because I am forgetful. These things just pop out of my head because I'm a manifesting generator, so I just say things and it just comes out. But when we come back, maybe I will remember to ask you all in comments. Let us know what did you try this spring, because we will probably be back summer.
So enjoy your spring, early summer, whatever it is that you're doing. Enjoy. Just go out there, enjoy your life, be happy, but be safe.
And bye. All right, follow us, The Straight Up Pod.
Yes. Catch up on all our episodes
on
if
YouTube.
You haven't, please. Yes, on YouTube. Rate, review, subscribe. The DMs are always open. Just because we're going on a little break doesn't mean you can't reach out to us.
We will still engage you. If you have any ideas for topics for next season, drop them in the DMs.
Yes, let us know, guys.
Message us individually or drop it in a comment on a post.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you also for rocking with us for season 2.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Thank you for all their comments. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for everyone who shared their stories with us so we can share in the podcast. Because I know
we appreciate
that is not easy for people to share their stuff. And we love that and respect it and love you all.
Love you guys. We'll
Bye.
see you soon.